Definitely. If you are coming to Wisconsin, you definitely need to come and try the fish boil. It is a Wisconsinite dish. All of the fish is coming from Lake Michigan and Green Bay, Wisconsin. Sweet water. Very traditional. I highly recommend that you give it a shot. Everything is boiled. Very traditional. Este tipo de platillo por acá en Wisconsin es muy popular. Se llama fish boil, que viene siendo algo así como pescado hervido. Los pescados obviamente vienen aquí de el lago de Michigan y es puro pescado de agua dulce. Y cada año me gusta venir aquí porque es tradición, es tradición. Recomendable 100%.
Not unless you want. Don't ask Eric that question. It's going to be an expensive answer.
Beautiful place. Look at those onions. They're almost ready, guys.
Here is our fish. If you'd like to come on over and take a look at them.
Okay.
Before I put them in the kettle. These are all Lake Michigan whitefish, and you can come all the way around over here if you'd like. Lots of room over here.
Did we pick them out now?
Yep, pick your pieces out.
What do you think, Aubrey?
And right here in northern Door County, we actually have 5 major fishing companies. Each of them are going out daily. These here are considered the number ones. They're going to be 12 to 17 inches in length. They'll weigh about 2.5 pounds right in there. The whitefish will get up to about 15 pounds. They get pretty big. But these make the best for boiling. Nice and firm.
Awesome.
So those 5 companies, 3 of them are up at the tip of the peninsula up in Gills Rock. And then there's 2 other ones over in Bailey's Harbor directly across the peninsula. And of course, they do get other types of fish in their nets, which they have to throw back. The only ones they can keep right now would be the whitefish, catfish, and eel pout. The eel pouts are also called lawyers. So what we did start with in the kettle was the baby red potatoes. You can see those sweet boiling onions floating on top. With that, we have 35 gallons of water and over 10 pounds of salt.
10 pounds?
10 pounds. And that salt helps to firm up the fish. It will soak into the potatoes because we have the ends cut off them, and it also raises the boiling temperature.
Oh.
As for the slabs of wood around the kettle, that holds the heat in. So when I am maneuvering them around, that's how we control and regulate it. We do work with a lot of maple and oak for our main firewood. And these slabs I get from the local sawmill. They do a lot of custom cutting, so that's always a wide variety. If you do have any questions throughout the whole cooking process, feel free to shout them on out. Otherwise it gets kind of quiet out here.
What's your name?
Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
We actually added sweet corn this year. We're trying to see how it works out for us. So far it's been pretty good. Just try to keep that quality up.
Awesome.
If you haven't been here before, past years we always start serving at 5 o'clock, and I'm used to doing a boil every 30 minutes. Now we kind of staggered it to an hour and 15. Allows us some time to get everybody up, clean everything off good. We have to do our part.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Another pinch of salt. That should come right back to a boil, and once it does, if you come up here and look on the surface, you're going to start noticing a real heavy gray film developing. That's going to be all the oils rising from the fish.
Oh,
so at the end of the cooking process, we want to remove that oil. To do so, we simply boil it over. We do that with 2 cups of fuel oil right into the fire. In 1984, and I had the opportunity and privilege to take over this restaurant from the original owner, Charlie Pelletier, and this will be my 19th season here.
wow.
So now I'm just in a little friendly competition with my father. He's still at the Viking. And the Viking is actually the first restaurant to commercialize the fish boils. And the owner at the time, Lawrence Wickman, he started the Viking in the early 30s, and then he started doing the fish boils in the 50s.
So what is,
Pelletier started here in 1970.
and
So
what
this
is
is our 50th year.
this, yeah, what is this recipe coming from?
It actually was the Scandinavian settlers.
The Scandinavian,
So
okay.
that goes back well over 150 years. Great way to feed a large group, and back then with all the big logging communities, this is what they were prepared. Now we're just cooling it down a little bit. You can see how heavy that gray film gets on the sides.
Matthew, what's your biggest disaster doing this?
The
did you
wind
drop it?
switched one time, and it went that direction. And I had a gal run through the entire dining room thinking her hair was on fire. She wasn't happy with me. That's the one that comes to my mind quickest. Other than that, nothing really crazy has happened out here. It just gets a little tricky when it's swirling winds. And normally the wind will just either go east or west. Sorry? I don't quite throw as much fuel on the fire, but we continue right on. Rain, snow. The steak is on your plate, put your finger right on the bone, and then just peel the skin away from the meat. And then with your fork, just rake the meat right off the bone. If the bones are curved upward, flip the piece over. On the tail pieces, there's one bone right down the middle.
Yeah, no kidding. Started to boil. Let's get the camera out.
All right, 1 minute until the boil over.
Whee!
Like a bell.
You always have to have a dinner bell. Switching around a little bit. Boil over.
Yeah, it's a good boil too. Well, we got the shade out.
Enjoy your fish boil.
Thank you.
So this is our final product, and we asked our order to go. So they gave us a little bit of coleslaw on the side, a little bit of butter, which is very Wisconsinite too. Lots of milk and butter here. And this is our fish.
Hey, pepper feed a bit?
Sure, you can do a little bit of pepper on mine. Sure, go ahead. A lot of butter. Okay, thank you.